Yes, and you shared an example about,
Yeah.
I think, right, about a client who was in that situation where they were making great sacrifices early on.
Yeah. I mean, the client was someone who, their peers, were purchasing a home and, going on trips and things. And, he and his wife were living in a small apartment and they had a couple of kids and everything's very crowded. And it feels like, oh, when are we going to kind of move forward in life?
Mm.
And, that same man, 10 years later has a company that's, worth well over $100 million and he's doing just fine. And they're going on, safaris and trips that are quite, quite extensive. And his life is very nice. But I think one of the things that you forget is that there's a lot that goes into creating something like that. And all we see are the end results. We don't see all of the, like, no one posts on Instagram, like, hey, had the same meal 3 days in a row. Like, like
Right.
that's not great content.
Right.
Um, but we always see the other side of it, and
Mm.
that's what we celebrate. Uh, so I do think it's really important that people, really get on the same page early on, so that that stuff isn't kind of the things that's going to drag you down. Like, let the real things, like the market or the problem with your business, drag you down. Like, don't let your relationship or a possible divorce, take a significant amount of your net worth, whether you're a woman or a man. There's, the wealth that you create is gone very quickly. A lot of it is gone very quickly in the incidence of a divorce if you're not protecting yourself.
Right. Yes. And I always think about how, there's a whole arsenal of professionals to help you clean up when things go wrong, when things go
Yes.
sideways. There's divorce lawyers, there's, financial professionals, there's therapists, et cetera. But we don't dedicate nearly enough time, money, energy, resources on the front end to making sure that we don't get divorced in the first place. Uh,
Yeah.
Professionally and personally, the business relationships as well.
No, I agree. I think that there has to be a lot of planning up front. And if you're going to really dive into marriage, think about, it's so unromantic to say, but think about marriage as both a personal and financial decision and a real investment. It is the most important decision you're going to make, financially, personally, within your happiness, for the rest of your life. So make sure that you're thoughtful about it, and, make sure that you do everything that you can to communicate exactly kind of what would make you happy, who you are, and really listen and use some of the good business skills you have to listen to the things that they want and make sure that they're a
Right.
good fit for you. Marriage isn't all about you. So if you have somebody who is, wants very different things, it's a kindness to allow them to have those things with someone else if you're not the right fit.
Mm.
Because if they want that life, that's great, but it has to be the right life for you too.